Israel. It's ISHPK. Start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General Yohana, 1969, established where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in fact the true 12 tribe of Israel. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes of Israel. I am Officer Kazak Shapar, teaching the Friday night LASHAWAN QADASH class. As we said, we're going to get into the Hebrew number system. We're going to do some vocabulary. We're going to do some, of course, we're going to review for our newer students the Hebrew characters. Again, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai to all the brothers, and then all the sisters. Yahweh Shemar Allah Shai Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to all of my sisters Akim. We hope that you enjoyed the last class, and we're going to continue on. Last week we went over the LASHAWAN QADASH class in Paleo and Hebrew Assyrian, where we had to refresh, show you where we left off. We went over the number 1 was a cod for the sister that was here. So if you get a chance, shalom. Let's see, Ilyak from Toronto. We have a young man, okay. I will write your name down because we'll always put your name in the ledger up there. Ilyak. See if I can spell your name. I-L-I. Is that Ilyak? I-L-I. C-H. That's the first one from Toronto. We welcome you here. ISHPK. Young man, stay in class long enough, my brother, my op, and you get your Hebrew name. We'll talk about that after class, how we go through about being a trooper. Just come to class. That's all you're doing is checking in. Good. We're glad as we wait for other people to check in, we'll just review and talk about what we've done last week. Like I said and repeat again, Akkad is number 1 in Hebrew. A-C-H-A-A-D, Akkad. Shanya, Shalash is 3. Arabah is 4. And Kamash is 5. Shasha is 6. Shabai is 7. Shamawana. All right. And for Shai, you're welcome. Ilik. If I pronounce that correct, just put a 1 in the chat. Ilik. Or say Khan, or yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Thashah is 9, and Asherah is course 10. We're going to show you how we use that number system to build up the count to at least 1,000. That's what the Hebrew system was named. And of course, we have days, month, and years. We're going to write down what the day is. Every class, I'll try to write down the date, the month, and the year as we go on, and in class, so we can show you how to utilize the number system in Hebrew. One of the newest systems, one of the oldest systems. I'm sorry. Khan, sir, Ed. Good, got it. Illich. All right, good. Come close anyway. The water, brother, the water. Right. Salakia. Let's get on that. I thought it. Pronounced that wrong there. So wrote that down. Let's change the spelling of Akkad. Get that one right. Sorry about that. God. You have to have the H sound in there because that talks about Akkad. 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 Shanya. Shalash. Arabai. Let's check. Let's check to make sure we got the spelling of these correct here. On there, as you guys refresh yourself there, let's check them. Sometimes you get lax on some of these and you forget. Got to put the H sound, full H sound in there. That's right. Okay. There we go. Arabah, Kamash, Shashah, Shanya, of course. Shashah, Shabai, Shama, Wana, Thashai, and Asherah. So, forgot the H in there on the A sounds there. Hebrew characters, when you're using the letter A, you must remember to put the AH on your sounds. Ah. For instance, if you're writing Akkad, you have to put the AH in there because that's the full sound of the character ah, which is an A sound like that. Or in Assyrian, it would be like that, but that sound is ah. So when you write, and then of course when you write ka, like that, you have to have, that's the paleo. This is a paleo up here. Of course, this is a Syrian right here. Of course. Yeah, ka. The ka, so you're going to come over here. Right there. The Syrian would be looking like this. Sort of, maybe not quite like that. Let's go about like that. And it gives you a better idea. And of course you have the da, Akkad, and it's going to be a D sound. You don't have to say Akkada, but it's going to come over here instead of the DA. You drop the A, Akkad. You don't want to say Akkada. It's Akkad. So you have the Dawada signal right there, the D. Of course, in the Assyrian, they have there. Don't get lax on your spelling, but this is the proper spelling of these words here. For your, have Adrian in class. Sister Adrian. She's always on time in class. How Shemala Thaba Shem how Shah to Sister Adrian. And the correct form for Akkad. So all of them going to have a structure based off of their sounds. The spelling of the word is going to be based off the sound, like Shah, Shah, there's Shah. We have it right here. Abagada Hawa. I'm sorry, it's over here. Shah. Over there. You can see that right there. I'll bring it up here. The Shah. Right there. Shah. Shah here. Then of course it's Araba again. Then you have the Ka sound. Use a different color to make sure you can understand as a review from last week. And then we're going to move on to counting from 11 through 20. Ah. Then you have the Ra. Right here. Araba, you use the R and A, the full sound. It gets this full sound, Ra. Then of course, Ba. You drop the A because you're going to use an I, Araba. That's the spelling of the numbers 1 through 10. Araba, that's correct. And so you use an I there, right here. It's spelled out in Assyrian and in Paleo. So this is a good way, like I said again, Ah gets its full sound, Ah, Ka. And Dabat sound, you drop the A, don't need it. It's Akkad, Akkad. Paleo, Akkad. Of course this is, I'm just drawing them down. They're actually the other way. It will look like this. It will look like this if you wrote it. Ka, and then you have there in Paleo. That's the correct way to pronounce it. Of course, that's Paleo. If you're going to write it in Hebrew, of course, you have to write Hebrews from right to left all the time. So it goes here, like that. God. Like that. That's the Syrian for that number 1. So we'll erase that. Hope you guys understand that when you're writing Hebrew from right to left, make sure all you have to do is use your characters that we have down here to spell it. Akkad, Shemyah, Shalash. Put these to your memory, put them in your notes. Arabai, Kamash. There's a Ka again. There it is. Paleo in Hebrew. Okay. Kamash, Ka, Ma, there's, and then you have a Shah. You drop the A. The Ma sound. Right there. Ma, M-A, use the full. And then and different words require different drops of letters and different enunciations. It depends on what you're trying to say. But in this case, this is the correct spelling for them. Shasha, just Shasha. Use 2 of these. Sha, Sha. So it'll look like this. Shasha will look like this. Sha, Sha. And in Paleo, we'll just drop. We'll come over here and we'll have Sha, Sha. Of course, we'll have the characters, the connectors, Sha, Sha. Then we'll have we'll do it a different color here. We'll do it in a different color, Shasha. Then we'll have the Syrian. We'll have pretty much the same look, only the look in the Syrian. Shah, Shah, Shah. Of course, it doesn't need any connector. You have an independent connector up here, independent connector there, because that's what it's saying. Shah, then repeat the character again, Shah, Shah. That's actually this letter twice, Shah, Shah. And that is the number 6 in Hebrew. Shah, Shah. Of course, you can put this down in your notes. Okay? Now, let's see. We'll go to let's see, Shabbat, number 7 here. Do a little explanation on that one before we get to that. Shabbat, a little review. Okay, Shabbat. So we're saying basically that's the number 7 in Hebrew, Shabbat, almost like Shabbat, Sabbath, or Shabbat. So we're saying Shabbat. And then we need an I there. There's I right here in red. Shah. And then we'll have to join these two together because that's the sound we want. By. Not Shabbai. If that was the case, it would be, if I wanted to say Shabbai, it would be Shabbai. That would be completely wrong. We want Shah, independent connector. Then we want by. So we want to be a dependent connector. We want these two dependent connectors right here. Shabbat. And then of course we use another color. We use paleo. We just simply bring the translation down here. The chicken scratch, as we call it. That's what we learned in captivity. The Assyrian right here. And then we have the paleo up top, of course. Then we have a B sound. By. Then we come over here, we find the I sound for that. It'll look just like this. About like that. Okay, that's the Assyrian. Shabbat. So number 7. And so on and so forth. Of course, the Shai, we have, Shamawana. That's number 8. We'll do this one real quick here. Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. Right. So we'll have Sha, we'll have Ma, then we'll have Wa, then we'll have Na, and then we'll have the H over there that we'll join together with it. So let's get rid of this, do one at a time so we won't get any mixed up more than we need to. We're doing the 8 here. Shamona. So like I said, it's a little review here. So we have Sha, Ma. Here's the Ma sound right here, right there. Shama. Then of course we want to use the Wa. Here's the Wa right here. Right there. Of course we're using blue. I should have used red. Shama Wa. Shama Wa. And then we use a Na over here. Shama Wa Na, because they carry their sounds. N-A, Na. And then we need the H over here. We have to bring that in and the word won't be complete. It'll be Shamana. It'll be Shamana Na. Shamawana. But you won't hear the H sound, so we want to hear that Ha sound in there, so we have to do this. Okay? So the independent connector here, Sha, Ma, because that's what it's telling us to do. That's how you pronounce it. Sha, Ma, Wa. Now over here, We're going to join the N and the A and the H together. The way you do it is you join them together with a dependent connector. That's how we do it. That's how it's done. Sha, ma, wana. Okay, of course in this Syrian, kind of got it, the colors backwards here, but we get the idea. We'll say Sha with the chicken scratch Assyrian. That is called in our captivity. They managed to mess all our things up, but we reclaimed it. Paleo. Sha, ma. We go over here to the ma sound. Kind of hope you can see that a little big there. Then you have a wa. It's right here. Sort of like that. Sha, ma, wa. Then you have a na sound. So the na is going to look like this. Sort of like that. Then you have to still put that H sound in there, right here. There's no ending connector there, so you don't have to worry about it. That's how it's translated in the Syrian. So the Syrian in this case will be in the red and the Paleo will be in the blue. So give you a chance, guys, to write that down. That's 8. We'll write down, hope you guys copy that real quick, then we'll move on. Sister Adrian, Sister Illick, Brother Illick. Because if you have any questions, just tell me to write it again or roll your tape back when you get done with class. Or I always, if you have any questions, just type in the chat what your question is. And of course, we have the shy. Writing these again here, just in case I misspell something. We'll make sure we get it right this time. When you're teaching, you have to make sure you get all these characters right. It can get confusing sometime when you're doing things, when you're doing them in a rush. So we have tha, sha. That's 2 sounds. Tha, sha, and then I hear the I there. Instead of the sha, but it's the shy. So we say tha over here. We'll do it in the right color. We're going to do it in red this time. We're going to say tha. That's the character right here. Tha. You guys can see that. That's the tha. A little better right there. Maybe you can't see it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, tha. Then you have sha. Sha. Then you have an I sound because you drop this A. You don't need it. It'll be tha sha I. We don't have to say that. We say tha shy. That's why you have to drop the A, and we'll put on an I sound, which would be this right here. So let's do the connectors. Tha. Independently by itself, tha. That's that character right there. Tha. Then we have shy together. So to do that, we'll say shy. We have the I sound right here. And then we have of course we have the SH sound, the sha. So we pronounce them together. That's why it's the shy. And that's how it's done. Right there. See if we can see the board just a little bit. I don't care if you see my head. I want to at least see the board. See all of the characters. I think we can see them better there. Yeah, okay. Might cut my head off, but that's fine. And then we'll have the shy over here in the Syrian. Like that. That's tha. Don't need any connectors in the Syrian. Don't need them. In the blue, tha. Right down here. That's why it's best to actually write things in Paleo, and you can just help translate it into Assyrian, because the connectors help you pronounce and enunciate what you're trying to do here. Then we have a sha, like that. And of course we have the I sound. the Shah. Then the last one we have before we move on. So we want to make sure we get the number system. Give you guys a chance to write that down. Okay. I have to do a little review. We want to make sure. Last week we had a sister that, of course, need a little review. We all need refreshers and reviews from time to time. Last one, then we'll get on to the dates. Every class we want to kind of write what day it is, you know. Okay. Oh, Ashara. 10. Then that'll bring us to the springboard of how to write 11. So we'll write 10 here. We'll say Asha. Oops. Asha. There we go. Get how to spell it myself. Okay. Ashara. Ashura, that's number 10. Like when you say tie, the 10th is I-sha-ra. I-sha-ra. So you say I-sha-ra. So it would be I in Paleo, that. I. Sha. Then you say Ra. Spell straight out. So it's I here, then it's Sha here, and then it's Ra. You go over to the Ra over here. Okay? Ashura. There we go. So we say I, Sha, Ra. So all those are independent connectors. How do we know? Well, let's pronounce it. I, independent connector. Sha, it doesn't join the Ra, because that would be Shar, I, Shara. But it's I, Sha, the full sound. I, Sha, then it's Ra. And just remember, there are 22 characters in the Hebrew, and there's two sounds. Those sounds is an A and an I. That's all you have to worry about. An A and an I. Okay? Well, let's, all right. Now let's write the Syrian down for that. I, Shah, then we'll have a Ra. Hold it like that. It's the Ra right here. I, Shara. That's your Syrian in the blue. We'll always keep the Syrian in the blue. We'll try. In the red. So let's refresh your course here. Let's get to something and get your notes out. Make sure you're writing, guys, from time to time, week to week, in your in your notepad. I have to refer back to it sometimes when I get off. When you're writing your notepad up close, write your notes. These are notes for a year old. Officer Dawud had us write things down as a note, and you have to do this all the time. So you make sure you understood it. So let's get into the date, the month, and the year, and how it's pronounced. So we say, instead of Friday, we say day 6. And the way you say day in Hebrew is Yawam. So you write that down, Yawam. Yawam, like Kal Yawam, like all day. So we say Yawam, right there in the Hebrew, Y-A-W-A-M. Not going to translate everything, but that's how it's done, Y-A-W-A-M. A-M, Yawam. It means day. That's what it means. So it's day 6. So where's that? We've seen that before. Day what? 6. Sha, sha. So it'll be day 6. I'm sorry. Not day 6. Yes, it is. Friday. Sorry. Get that down here. So Friday is the day 6 because tomorrow's day 7. So day 6. Okay, it's the 6th day. And that would be normally what you would call Friday. There we go. Okay? Is everybody with me so far in the chat? Day 6. That's Friday. Or we can say, let's say the actual date. Let's go and find out what the actual date would be. Day 6. Now let's find out what that is. That would be the, see, what is the day? Let's see. Let's get into that. The day is the 19th. We'll hold off from that. We'll say the 19th, we'll say the shy. We'll jump ahead a little bit because I have to write down what the day is also. It's the 6th day, Friday. And the date would actually be the shy. And then we'll have to do something else here to write 19. It's the shy Asherah. That'd be a 9 and a 10 put together. So 9 plus 10 would say Asherah. Asherah. That's 19. So it's the Shai Asherah. That's how you pronounce it. Asherah. Just in writing the day, I kind of got a little ahead of myself for what we're getting ready to do to 19, but now we know how to write it. So we'll go ahead and write it down right there. The Shai. The Shai. Asherah. That's 19, okay? So it's the 6th day. That's Friday. The date will be the Shah Asherah. That's the 19th. Yeah, we got some room here. That's the 19th. How we write it in English. Then we'll write the month. Month means Kadash. That's how you say it. Kadash. Kadash. And what month is this? It's the 6th month, and that's normally we would call it June. So Kadash Shashai, that means the month of 6 or June. Same thing. Okay? Then we'll write the year. We'll get ahead of ourselves here, but I'm not going to explain this one. I'll explain this a little later. But this, we'll go ahead and write. We'll go ahead and say it, and then we'll explain it down here on the board. Okay? A little later. All right. So the year is Shana. Remember, you write these down in your notes. Shana. That's Shana. Okay? Shana. Then you have to write the H sound over here, right there. Shana. And of course you have to have a connector for na, right there. So Shana, if you want to write it as an example in your Hebrew. So Shana, when you say year, you say the year actually translates to Shana. And what is the year? We're going to say Asheram. You say, wow, what is Asheram? Well, we'll get into that, but Asheram is actually 20. That goes right here. Sha Ram. Type a 1 in the chat if you guys understand that so far. Aisharam. Because it comes from Aishara. If you want to make something plural, you add woo. Make sure we get that right. Aishayam. Aisharayam. Sorry about that. Asharayam. You want to make something plural, you have to put that yam on the end there. In that case, what you're doing is taking 10 and you're saying, let's make it plural twice. And that's what makes the number 20. Asharam. And we're going to set the springboard for the rest of these. How to write 20, 30, 40. Of course, first we're going to find out how to write 11 through 19. So we're trying to fill it in with things that we know, that we do every day. Good, sister Adrian and brother Illich and all the others tuning in. Aisharam. Aisharayam. Aishayaram. Aisharayam. So 20. Like I said, to reiterate again, Aishara is 10. To make it plural, it's Aisharam. That means 20 plus 20. 20 is 10 plus 10. So let's make sure we understand that. And I know it's cool. It's like Aishara, Aishara. That's 10. Now we don't want to say Ashara again, so we say Ashara Yam. That gives you another 10 because that is plural. And that just happens to be 20. That's 10 twice. All the rest of them get Akash and Yash, Alash, Arba, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamonah, Tasha, Aishara. So you say Asharayam, that's 20. Okay, we get to 19. That's the Shai, Ashara. You don't say Asharayam. It's the Shai for 19, the Shai, then use Ashara. That's 10 plus 9. And that's what we've done. 10. Well, we'll do it backwards. 9 plus 10. And over here is 10 plus 10. Or plural. That's yam right here. That's how it's done. Okay, now let's go on to, let's do 11, then that'll bring us up, then we can do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We're gonna, like I said before, we're going to count up to 1,000. We're going to try before class is over. But the way it's done is the system that we've learned in Paleo a long time ago. That our ancestors gave to us. So let's say, what do you think 11 would be, guys? Sister Adrian, Erston Little John, glad to see you in class, brother. We'll write your name down here. Brother Erston. Erskine. ERS. Okay. All right. Yeah. Erskine Little John. All right. Now, so what do you think? How do you think you pronounce 11? If Aishara, give you a little hint there. If 19 is the Shai Ashara, how would you pronounce 11? We'll give you guys a chance to write it in the chat there. What would it be? I'll give you a little more hint. Be two things put together. Give you guys a chance to write it in the chat. Take your time. How would you write the number 11 in Hebrew? If 19 is the Shai Asherah, 9 plus 10. Okay? Like the day is the 19th. So that's why I say the date is the 19th. That's Thashai Asheram, 19th. Yawam, day 19. Say the month. The month is Kadash Yasha. Year, Shana. Okay, we'll get to that long year in a second here. Give you guys a chance to write it down. What we're trying to do is find out how would you write in Hebrew using from everything you need up here is from 1 through 10 to be able to fill in the rest of these blanks. How would you write it? Class, give you a chance to participate in class. Just remember that all you got to do is pick one of these up here plus one more of these up here. Something go here and something go there to make the letter 11, the number 11, I'm sorry. You use two numbers put together, and like I said again, it'll be, and I give you a little hint, it'll be something plus 10. And 10 is Asherah. So, Akkad Asherah. There you go, sister. Sister Adrian got it right. Akkad, very good. Akkad Asherah. Okay? Very good. That's 1 plus 10. That's how it's done. Give that sister a hand. Hey, Sister Adrian. You springboard for the next one. I know you can do the next one, Sister Adrian, Brother Illick, and Erskine and Little John. You guys can do the rest of them. And we'll do it like this. I kind of changed colors here to break the monotony up. So basically, if you want to do the 10s, really all of them going to be Asherah over here. Because they're going to use something plus 10. So in this case, it'll be what? There you go, Sister Adrian. All right. Give you guys a chance to put in, give me another one there. Erskine, Little John. Go ahead, Erskine and Brother Illick and Sister Adrian, see if you can come up with the next one. What would it be? I'll give you that, Asherah. So what would the next, how would you say in Hebrew the next one? It's just that easy. If you just use the first 10, we can come up with all the way through 20. So do the next one there. See what you can get. I'll give you another chance before I fill them all in here. Then we'll move on to something else, higher numbers. It's important to understand the base of 10 from 1 through 10 because that's how the whole system is based off of it. Just like the American use it, copy it off us, and then all the other nations, they use our language from 1 through 10. We started this. This is the system that we use. Shanya, very good. So Sister Adrian said Shanya, and she's right. So we'll say Shanya. Shanya Asherah. That is 2 plus 10. It's just that easy. And so on and so forth. And so we'll fill in the rest because that's Shalash. If I misspell something, guys, bring it to my attention. Say, hey, I thought it sounded like that. And I'll be, sometime I may have a moment. Shalash, Asherah, and I'm going to be careful, we'll write them all down like that. Then we'll have 14, Arabah, Ra-Ba, Asherah, Asha, Ra. That's a 3. I'm sorry, that's 4. 3 plus 10 right here. Then we have 4 plus 10. That's how we count. Shanya, then of course, through, we'll say Kamash over here. Make sure you spell it right. Kamash, Ashara. Ashara. There we go. If I translate something, guys, be sure to bring it to my attention. Writing up on the board here, you get to seeing things double. Anyway, 5 through 10. Not that I don't know how to spell. Sometimes you get things a little. 16, of course, use Shasha. Shasha. And that's where we get Shasha up here. Of course, 6, Sha, Sha. Kind of helps you learn how to spell them too. Sha, Shan, Ya. We'll break a little bit of that down here in a second here in Hebrew and Paleo. Help you with the spelling on these, because once you do these over and over again, you can learn how to spell them. Honey Real Law. Okay. How you have a Honey Real Law, whoever that is. Well, it says that a sister, I guess. Okay, I guess I assume it's a honey real raw. Okay, that's a cool name. All right. Then 6, of course. That'll be 6 plus 10. And then of course we get down to 17. Shabbat, Shabbai, Ashara. Begins to get mundane, but we don't want to make it look that way, because since this is the basis of your system, you want to make sure you write these down and put them in your notes. You can put them just like that, because that's a good way to learn. But I'm glad to have all the students here. But what we're learning is LASHAWAN QADASH. We're learning the Hebrew number system. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, the Shah, and Asherah. That's 10. Then of course we'll tack onto that. We'll say how to say 11. We simply use Akkad, Asherah. That's 1 plus 10. The word for Asherah means 10, so we use that in every last one of them, because it's going to be a 10 plus something. And that's how we get this. So the last one we use is Shamawana. That's the last one we'll do here. Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. It's a long one that's going to stretch all the way up to everything I'm doing here. I, Sha, Ra. That is 8 plus 10. Okay? Guys, give you a chance to write that in your notes. That's the correct spelling. And for understanding, let's use one like, let's use 12, since it's got some characters going on here. Let's do the Paleo for 12. The Paleo for 12, it'll be Sha. Let's see, we'll go over here. Sha. That's the Paleo, W. It looks like a W, but it's actually pronounced Sha. Okay? And then we'll say Sha. Then we'll have Na. We have like that. That's that Na right there. Okay? Then we have Ya, the full Ya sound. That'll be, sorry, way over here. Right there. Shamawana. So let's see. Let's figure this one here. Sha, Sha, and then we'll have na by itself right there. Sha, na, then we'll have sha, shan. Whoops, sorry. Let's do this again. Let's join a connector there for shan. Shan, and then we have ya by itself, individual connector. So, you want to pronounce it like this, shan, shan. That's like that. For 12, this would be the number 12 here translated. Just giving you an idea. Shan, then we have ya by itself, independent connector. Because that's what it's doing, it's just hanging it by itself over here. See? But shan, ya, I picked this one because it has you have to join something together here to make that sound. Sha, the sha here, and you have to join it in together over here. You have to join them together. That's what that is. So basically you have the sha up here, and you have the in here. And you don't need the A sound, because if you had that A sound up there, it'd be shana. It'd be shanaya. Behold, so you have to say shan. That's why we did that. Be shan. That's why we have to dependent connector. They depend on itself to make one sound. Right? So shan. Then we have ya by itself. Okay? Shanya. We'll do. Of course, we do that in Assyrian. That's a Paleo Hebrew. We have two. Shalom to Christ. Rakatha. Officer 50. Brother Shah checking in. Officer Shah. Okay. Doing this slavery right there. Come and join us in class here. We're always welcome to officers here. They help to support the class. And so, in Assyrian, well, we'll do it in blue. We're doing the number 12 here, just for illustration. So it'll look like this. Shah, and you get it from over here, way over here. That W, way down there. That W look, it's actually a Shah in Assyrian. Shah, then of course we're going to do a Na. The Na, we get it from here, right there. So we say Shan. Shun. Shun. Something like that. Yeah. Shun. And of course we'll have to write Ya. Remember that Ya that has to be way, a little bird up in the air. Can't be down here now. Shun Ya. Of course you don't need any connectors in Hebrew there. In this case, there's not any connector. So there we go. In 12, Shun Ya. So we use an Ashanyan Asherah, 2 plus 10. You can write it down in your notes just like that. We'll give you guys a chance to write that down before we move on. And we'll review. Akkad is 1, Shanya is 2, Shalash is 3, Arabai. Don't forget the H like I did sometime. Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. When you say Na, gets the full sound, then you have to add that H, Nah, like that. So you have to add the H onto it, Shamoana. That would be 8. Then the Shai, the Shai. The, Sha, and then you have to drop the A. You don't need the Sha, no the Sha, I. It's the Shai. You drop the A and add the I, it's the Shai. Okay? Hope we didn't lose anybody so far. It's I, Shara, as 10. That's your basic system right there. And of course, to add on to that, you just simply say, well, just put I, Shara in every last one of them, because that's what it is, 10. Until you get to 20, of course, it's 10. It's 10 plus something. In this case, it's Akkad Asherah. That's 1 plus 10. Shanya Asherah. That's 2 plus 10. Shalash. Right here, same word. Shalash Asherah. 3 plus 10. Arabai Asherah. 4 plus 10. Kamash Asherah. 5 plus 10. Shasha Ashara. 6 plus 10, that's 16, of course. That's why we wrote it there. 17, a Shabbai Ashara. 7 plus 10. Sha Ma Wa Na Ashara. That's 8 plus 10. And just remember, the H has to be added in there on that Na sound to make it happen. Sha Ma Wa Na. Not just N-A by itself. You have to make sure you put that H on that. Sha Ma Wa Na. Ha. Ha. Sha Ma Wa Na. Then it's the Shai. The Sha. Then you drop the A. You don't need the Sha. Then you add the I. The Shai. That's just how it's pronounced. I didn't make that up. The Most High did that. The Shai Asherah. 9 plus 10. Then we have something interesting here. You say, well, how in the world, how come we don't say just Asherah, Asherah? Well, that would be wrong. But you could do that, but it wouldn't be the correct way to absolutely do it. People are saying, why is he saying 10 and 10? Because 10 and 10, if you see, you can just say plural. Just say yam. Asherayam. Asherayam. Okay? Guys, get that. Give you guys a chance to write that down. Asherayam. Okay? And we'll move on to 21, and we'll run through that one. Well, what we'll do before we do 21, we'll do 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's go to that. Let's do that. We'll do it the same way pretty much we did, but then we'll give you guys a chance to understand it a little better. Okay. And of course, it's not, let's see here. Okay, I'll erase this, give you guys 10 more seconds to write that down on your notes, maybe 15. Take your time to write that down. Now, let's review the, while you're writing this down, let's review the date, month, and the year. The day, Yawam. Yawam, that's what day is. Well, what day is it? Shasha. That means it's Friday, day Friday. And you can say, if you want to say 19, the date, Yawam, the date. The Shai Asherah. Jesus. Why didn't you tell me? The Shai Asherah. Okay? The Shai Asherah. That means 19 in Hebrew. So it's the 19th day. The 6th, Friday the 6th. I'm sorry. Friday is the 6th day. Then you have the Shai Asherah. Yawam. Of course, we have Kadash is the month. So it'll be month 6. So it's Shasha. Kadash Shasha. Or month 6. Or you could say June, but that's not really, we don't use June anymore. I mean, we use June in American, the language that we speak, but in Hebrew, it would be Kadash, Shasha. Or, in Hebrew, Kadash is month. What month is it? It's a 6th month, so you say actually the other way, Shasha, 6, Kadash. Shasha, Kadash. Okay? Then you want to say the year, Shana. Okay? In this case, I'm going to go ahead and give you this to it, and then we'll explain it as I erase the board, and we'll show you how we get this. Asheram. By now you know Asheram. Asher. Got that wrong. Asherayam. Asherayam. That's 20. That's right here. Asherayam. Asharayam. Asharayam. That's 20. It's 20. That's where you get the 20. But it's not 20 by itself, so we got to say 1,000. When you say 1,000 in Hebrew is Allah. That's 20,020. Asheram. So it's Asherayam. Alap Asharayam. That plural. So remember that. Right here. Okay? So it's the year 2020. It's almost year 2021. It's in the middle, won't be long. A few more months, a few more days, I'm sorry. Okay? So, type 1 in the chat if you guys understand, if you're good. We'll move on. And let's go to, now that we got that, because I'm getting ready to erase this off the board. We don't need this anymore. I'll keep the base up here, but I'll erase. Okay, I don't know if I have enough room. Let's see. 20, yeah, I might. Let's see. I might have enough room. Let's see. We erase. We might. Let's see. Just in case people come to class and want to catch up with the notes. Let's find out. Okay? Now, if you want to write 30, how would you write 30? Adrian, good. Adrian understands. I'm free. How would you write 30? Since we're on 20 here, let's go to 30 over here. How would you write 30? If 20 is Asharayam, we'll give you a hint. How would you write 30? What do you think? How would you write 30? 30 is like a 3 there, right? That's a hint. So how would you write 30? Sister Adrian got it already. She's on the go. Let's see. But here, this is what you got to do. Let me give you the correct way of saying that. Okay. No, not quite. You got the idea, but not quite. It's just a lot easier than that, Sister Adrian. We'll give you another chance. It's a lot easier. Just look at it. It's in here. If plural is Asharayam, 10 plus 10, so really, once you got this already plural, you know, you don't have to read back and say Asherah again plus that. It's not done exactly like this. I'll just go ahead and do it for you. It's just say shalash like this. You close. You got the idea. Shalash, because I did the same thing when I first started doing this. So we're gonna know we're gonna use the base shalash. So what do you think you put on it to make it plural? To make it 30, to make sure. What would you do to make it 30? Sister Adrian and all the rest of the students, even officers, go ahead and answer that for me. How would you say 30 in Hebrew? Okay? Shalash, we're gonna know we're gonna use shalash right here. Okay? But Sister Adrian, you said 20 plus 10 is what you did. And that's actually a good way to say it, but it's just not Hebrew correct. What you did was you say 20, I know what you did, plus 10. Asherayam, I think this was, Asheram, Asherah, I would understand that, but the correct way to do it, okay. Okay, it'd be like this, sister. Shalash yum. All you have to do is put a plural on the end of that, shalash, because we've already established, the way it's explained to me, Asherayam is 20. Anything come after that, the only thing you need to do is go back to here, the first 10. Since 20 is already plural, everything coming out of that is going to be a plural. So all you have to do is add yum. So it's shalash yum. That would be 30. You got that, Sister Adrian? And then whoever else is in class that needs that, You got Brother Elliot, Erickson Little John. Give me the one for the Hebrew for 40. We don't need that. We'll write that one over here. Okay. Give me the Hebrew for 40. And like I said, since you've already pluralized 20, that gives you the starting of everything else after that. Once you say Asherayam, it automatically makes everything after that a plural. So you don't have to go back to this same system right here. You don't have to go back to 20 plus 10. You've already made it plural, Asherayam. That's giving you, once you say yam, like this, what you've done was made this 3 up here, shalash yam, plural, which is 30. It's assumed that this 20 is involved because Asherayam sets the pace for all of that. That makes, so you just say 3 is shalash. So shalash yam, that would be 30. Just like Asherayam is 10 plus 10. That sets the pace. So you automatically assume that 20 is involved there. So what you got? 40. What do you got? Arabayim? Yeah, I believe that's right. Yeah, that's right. Very good. Arabayim. Just make sure we spell it right though, because I get it sometime. You gotta put a Y there. It's ah. Let's spell it the same way, Sister Adrian and everybody else. Ah, ra, by, and then of course we're going to say yam, and that sets the pace, just like that. So, Sister Adrian, you were exactly right, except for you got the spelling on the I believe you got the I wrong. I believe. Make sure. Yeah. Ah, ra, by, yeah, yum, that's right. Make sure I got the spelling correct. Okay, let's see. I dropped the I, is that correct? No, you want to keep it. You want to drop the I in this case. You do not want to drop the I. Make sure I got the spelling right on it myself. Yeah, that's right, no. That's the way I had it in my notes. Let me just check here something. 30, yeah. Arabayim. No, you leave the I there, sister. You want to leave the I there because whatever is spelled like over here, from 1 through 9, you're not going to use 10 anymore. That's a whole nother when you get to 100. 1 through 9, you want to use the same spelling over here. Now you got it. So let's do 50. What would 50 be? The key is all you have to do is go here, put a yam on the end. It's that simple. You don't want to drop the I there. That's see, these are already spelled correctly. So we want to use that. I just said arabai. It's like ah, ra, ba. Instead of the A there, you drop the A and add the I here. But we're not interested in trying to respell it. It's already spelled, so use the correct spelling from 1 through 9 here and just go here. So we got 30. Shalash, yum. Yes, there's your sister. All right. Arabayam. There you go. Arabayam. So what do you think, class? Go ahead and put in the chat. Right, what do you think 50 would be? Since we're on it, it's right here. We're just making it easy because, like I said, the whole thing predicates itself off this 20 here. Once 20 is pluralized, everything comes after is going to be automatically a plural. That's just the way it's set up. Kamashyam, very good. She has ka. The rest of you guys can go ahead and participate. Ka. Then mash. Very good, Sister Adrian. And of course you have yum. That makes it plural. It made 5 the understanding that everything came after 20, Asher Yum. It made, because it set itself right here. Because if not, we'll be going around saying Arabai, Asherah, all kind. It'll be too hard to do really. So we make it easy. We just say Kamash 5, and it's already understood to be plural. It's like 5 times 10 instead of 5 plus. In this case, it's 3 times 10, 4 times 10, 5. In other words, it's pluralized, so it's times. It's timing itself now. That's a good way to put it. So we'll just say times, like like multiplication tables. Did everybody understand that? Sharam, Shalash, Arabayam, Kamashyam, and of course 60. Since you guys into it, we'll let you guys go ahead and do that one. It's a good way. It's when you're writing things yourself, you see yourself getting them right, you'll memorize them better. And of course, like I say in these classes, keep them in your notes. You make a mistake, I mean I do. I'm striving for perfection. When I make a mistake, I correct. I stand corrected. Sister Adrian understands, very good. So 60, so we'll say what? Shah, what? Well, how would I make that 60, guys? Shah. Of course, quite naturally, we'll use yam. Again, not that hard. And I know you have a tendency to want to count Shashayim. Very good. You have a tendency, Adrian, I think you got the idea, sister. I think we have a tendency to want to do more than we have to. But basically, 1 through 10 is set forth, spelled just like that. In 11 through 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you add that number plus Aisharah, because Aisharah is 10. You're adding something plus 10. But when you get to Asharayam, 20, you say Asharah, you want it pluralized, or 2 times that. So 2 times 10 is 20. That means everything takes the same understanding after 20. You don't go backwards. So this time, we'll do the same things. Everything's going to be timed here. Say Shalashim. Why not? That's 30, 40, 50, 60. So 70. 70, of course, we'll go Shabai. I guess I'm assuming everybody else has the understanding. Honey Roll, Adrian, let's see, who else we have in class here? Brother Illick, Erston Little John, Sister Honey, Officer Sharp, if you have the notes in there, you already know that. So that's the way it's done. So we say Shabbat. If you guys have any understanding of, if you have any misunderstanding, just put it in the chat. But it makes it easier when you get this down pack here, understanding basically. Because it's easy to take something out of place, but if you see how it's done, if you see how it's done over here, then once you get to 20, things change, of course. Shashayim, very good, honey. That's very good. Let's see what you have. Shashayim, that's 60. That's right. Shashayim, Adrian, you got it right. That's right. And honey, Real Raw has Shashayim. That's exactly right, sisters. Shashayim, that's 60. And 70 is Shabayim. Let's see, who can do 8? Write down 8 for me, 80. It's good to write it down yourself. I mean, I can write it, but if you write it down yourself, of course, I'm going to correct you here because I have the understanding written down anyway from doing it. Write down what you think 80 is. When you write things down, it helps your memory. It helps you memorize things a little better. Okay? Let's get some of the brothers involved here. Illy, Erskine, little John, you know. Officers, if you want to, you already know, but you know, you help us out here. You know, just getting this thing, I appreciate you giving them a chance to, so that they can get a chance, Brother Shaw, Officer Shaw. Give them a chance to write it down, because you've been through class with me, you know. Well, how would you do 80? Arc and Archiums. 80. We'll do that one, trying to get you guys accustomed to coming up with the correct spelling and the correct way of doing it. So the next class, by the time, because when I do offer numbers, it'll be another 2 or 3 weeks before I get back on it again. May not be this extension. I try to do things in repetition and repeat, then we move on to other things, other vocabularies. It takes a long time to do numbers because we want to make sure we get it done right. But anyway, it's, well anyway, we'll go ahead and shortcut it. Sha, ma, wa, na. Then of course we put yam. All you have to do is bring your spelling here and bring it over here. The old, it's different from here. And this one, you'll see the differences. You should be able to pick them up from 20 all the way down. 90, of course, will be the same thing. What is 90? That's the shy. The shy. The shy, just like that. Yum. And of course, that's why I'm glad when you break things down, that's why when you ask questions, because you get a better understanding of what's going on for Cheyenne. Ashan, good. You checking in, brother? Trooper? Good, good. Ashan. Watch that brother come up as a trooper, strong brother in the Most High. How about Shemi Haushai Barakatah, brother? Trooper Ashan. Joining class with him, works hard. So, and 90 is the Cheyenne. And now let's get to how would we write 100? Well, I'm going to have to explain it to you because now if you want to write anything in between these, I'll show you. Let's say if we want to write 31. And let's just, before we get to 100, what if you want to write 31? How would you write it? Somebody type it in. How would you write 31? Using what we have on the board, really. Not that hard. See if somebody can get it. Based off of what we got. Now you got 30, you got a 1. Just show me, sisters and brothers, Akians, Akwathians. Show me how would you write the 31, because everything else would be 41, 42, 43, be the same thing. But let's at least get one of them right. How would you write 31? Based off of what we have on the board. Of course, 30 is Shalashim. That's what we're doing. How would we write? We have Michelle Gamble. Good. We had you in class like last week. And write you on the board here too. Michelle Gamble. Gambrell. Adrian, see, she hit very good. Now, let's turn it around. You got this perfect. It's perfect. But let's turn it around. Let's say Akkad Shalashim. Instead of Shalashim Akkad. If you're spelling it like we would do it in America. It's Akkad, 1 and 30 is what we're doing. So you want to turn it around. But people would understand. I would understand you. But if you want to write it correct, you write Akkad Shalashim. You just turn it exactly around. You don't have to do it on screen. I see it, but that's perfect. That's actually just turn it around. Akkad. It'll be, in other words, it'll be Akkad like this. Sha, Lash, Yum. That's 1 and 30, which will be 31. Okay, got it, Sister Adrian? Just turn it around. That's all you got to do. Very good, sister. And all of the rest, 40. If you say 32, to be Shaniya, Shalasi. Let's say if you want to say 75, 70. Let's use another. Let's say, how would you write 77? I'll let you guys give you a challenge there. 77 on the board, and write it correct in Hebrew form before we get to 100 here. Write 77. Take your time to write that down. Based on, and all you need is what we have on the board, from 1 all the way to 90 there. How would you write 77 in Hebrew? And it's good to be in class. It's good you learn when you actually come to class. Let's see, Trooper, Shell, very good. Okay. How would you write 77 in Hebrew? How would you write that? Of course, you translate it using your Hebrew characters, but we're saying, how would you write it? Well, how you going to got to write it first before you can translate it. Let's see what Shabayam. Very good. She used Shabai, then she used, what is that? Shabayam. Very good. Give that sister a hand. Look like it's spelled correct. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right, sister. Give her a hand. And that's exactly right. She's got it. I think she understands it. And I believe some of the brothers and sisters also understand it. But you have to just keep doing it over and over again to get it. It's just that easy. Make sure, I'll give you guys a chance to write this in your notes. Because once you got this right here down packed in your notes, you'll have it. You can just about teach yourself. Just about teach yourself. Okay. Very good. That's right, Sister Adrian. Smile. That's right. That's right. And this is about doing. I think you actually understand it now. It's about doing it over and over again. Brother Ilya, Sister Adrian, Ursula Little John, Sister Honey, Officer Shaw, you already know, of course. Trooper Sean, we're going to get you there, and Sister Michelle Gamble. Write this down. Make sure you copy all this down in your notes before we move on to 100 real quick here. And then we'll go to 1,000. We'll make sure. Let's see here. Give you guys maybe 15 more seconds, maybe 20 more seconds, and make sure you write that down, because it doesn't get any better than that. That's all the way up to 90. Now, and especially to understand the logistics behind that. Like I said, once you get to 20, you get to write some yams. But up to 1 to 19, just basically, really, be honest with you, if you knew 1 through 10, you know how to count. And just like the system that we're using, the American system here, they copied off us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the same thing. That's all it is. That's how we add. That's how we subtract. That's how we multiply. It's a system. Everything is found up here in our education system that we use now in mathematics. Everything is found up here the same way. I mean, I used to substitute teach mathematics. Of course, I have a degree in engineering, so I understand how these are written. I understand what they use. I can see when I first start looking at it, it's termed the same. I didn't realize we started with our own Paleo Hebrew. What I'm saying to you is that the same thing up here is what we use in school nowadays, but that's because they copied it off of us. the Most High. This is what we call LASHAWAN QADASH. That means holy language. Once something's holy and it's pure, that means people, when they copy off of it, you know, they're gonna get some understanding too. Because hey, but it's for us. It's for blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's why we're here, to teach our people. Okay, but inadvertently, somebody look at it, they can understand it, you know. But whatever, we're here for our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You can count. If you can count 1 through 10, you can just about count all the way up to 1,000,000. You got to be able to understand the base system first. Okay? Okay, we're going to move on real quick here. Let's see, how much time? 8:24, yeah, we got a little time. Let's go to 90, 200, 100. Maya, write that down in your notes. Mark it up real good. Maya, that's how you say 100. Maya. Maya. Okay? And we'll write it, we'll translate that so you can get a better understanding of it. Maya. We'll say ma. Then we'll say, what did I say? Ma'a. Maya. Okay, that's 100. All right, now let's do the connectors on that. Ma. The independent connecting sounds. Ma'a. Okay. See, we got enough room. Yeah, okay, we can do that. And then I say, we'll let you guys write that down here. I'll leave it up there. I'm glad I didn't have to erase it so you guys can really get it in your notes. Ma'a. So how would you think, from what we have on the board, how would you think we would write 200?
I can't.
You know? And just remember, it's based off the same thing that we've done here. The same thing. Because once we cross the 20 line with yams, all you have to do is pluralize things now. You know? Remember? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 800. Maya. In its base form. So how would you think you would write 200? Let's see. Can we see down here? We can see down here. How would you think you would write 200? Let's use some black here. I can't hardly see that. I guess I can, but I can't really. Maya. We'll see if somebody's adventurous here. How would you write 200? Based off what we learned. When we went from 10 to 20, we put a yam there. So now we're going the same thing. From 10 to 20. In this case, it's 100 to 200. So we got Maya. We got a 2 there, and we got a yam. I gave you guys a hint. So how would you write ma'ayam? How would you write that? Give you a hint. Almost gave it away. 200. How would you write it? It's troopers, brothers, sisters. Give you a chance. Okay? How would you write 200?
In the back.
Shanya Mahaya. Man, this sister's on it, boy. Shanya, that's right. Let me see if she got to spell it right. Shanya, yeah, she's on it, boy. Shanya. Very good. She catches on. Shanya. I may have to write this over so you can get some room over here. Because I think she's got it spelled correct. Yeah, she does. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Let's write it. Let's write it right here. Shanya. And she know that the 2 is there. Shanya, I have to say 2, but then all I got there says 200 plural. That's what it is. So if you want to write 200 plural, you say ma'ayam. And that's what she up there. Maha. It's not maha. It's a sisters. Change that H to a. It's a M-A-A-H. M-A-A-H. You got everything right. Just check your spelling on. Instead of mahayam, it's ma'ayam. Ma, shanya, ma, and then of course you put yam. So really the only thing that you have to do is basically change your HA and just turn it around. It's ma'a. Like here, ma'a. Let me see. Maybe you couldn't sit on the board correctly. That may be my fault. So let me put it in a darker color here. Ma'a. Okay? So you got it right there. You got it, sister. But that's how it's done. Shanya mahayam. So why? Why do we do that? Because we use 2. Shanya. That's your 2. All we got to do is this ma'aya. Ma'a. There's ma'a. Now how do you make 100 plural? The same way you did 20 plural. You said ashara. You just put a yam on it. So it's ma'a yam. That's how it's done. Okay? And of course 3 and so on and so forth. We'll just, we'll do 3 and then the rest of them will be elementary to you. You would understand that that's pretty much the same. I'm not going to write them all, but they all will be the same. We'll say 300. It has the same understanding. So let's say 300. Let's write that one in class. Anybody? Michelle, Ashan, Honey Real Raw, Elliot, Erskine Little John. How will we write 300? If that's Shanya, that's 2. We got 3 over here. Remember, all you got to do now is just grab this base system and put it with the plural system and match them together and you have something. And put it in the correct order. Now you know how to say it. Shanya ma'ayam. Shanya ma'ayam. That's 200. So how will we write 300? We got to give yourself a chance there. We'll give you a little chance to write 300. So I want you guys to participate yourself that way. And that way, instead of you sitting there looking at me, if you write this down in your notes as we talk, that's why I left it all up on the board, you will realize how you will pick it up real easy. Okay? And I want to get to where this a lot come from. That's 1,000 when I said Asharayam. Asharayam. So how will we write 300 in Hebrew? How will we write that? Take your time. And there's no such thing as making a mistake and not correcting it. I mean, my teachers correct me. So, listen, you make a mistake, that's fine. I'm going to correct you on it because I got the spelling, I got it in my notes, got it in all kinds of forms up here. If it's not like, so far I don't see the mistakes up there that we've done. If I do, somebody correct me, but so far I believe this is, it'll be like in a spelling form, but sometimes I get the writing fast. But let's get this thing down pat. How will we write 300? Like I said, here's the 3 here. Here's 30 here. Same thing. Only thing about it is plural over here, and that's set the plural. After 20, everything is pluralized. After 100, you start the plural again, because you counted up to 100. Maya. Sister Adrian wrote Shalash Ma'ayam. That is perfect. Give that sister another hand. She's on it. Give her another hand right there. That's exactly right. Shalash Ma'ayam. Very good. Shalash Ma'ay. Then you write the yum. So we'll write it down. Shalash.
Where's your tablet?
Because that's, Shalash is 3. So basically she's saying 3, just like we do up here. Asharam, or whatever. We're saying, we say Shashah. She's saying Shalash. That's 3. It is. Well, 3 what? 300s. 3, she's saying basically Shalash, 300s. Ma'ai, or how do you say hundreds plural? Ma'ayam. Okay? Shalash Ma'ayam. Okay? And this seems to have its own system. Arabayam, Kamashim. Here you get to Ma'a, then it's start the yam all again. All like I said, Shalash Ma'ayam. Ma, and then then you have to write the yam, of course. I don't want my board to get too crowded, but I think you guys get the understanding about what we're doing here. Very good, Sister Adrian. And the other participants, I know you guys have something written down up there, correct, just like that. And we give yourself all a hand for participating in class and understanding, because. And let's move on to to say how we write 1,000, because the rest of them will be the same. If I want to write, let's say if I want to write 201, I would say Akkad Shanya Ma'ayam. 202 Shanya, just like that. That way you won't get confused. Shanya, that's 2. Shanya Ma'ayam. I want to say 330. I say, let's go to this 30 here. Shalash Yam, Shalash Ma'ayam. It's just that easy. If I want to say 305, Kamash, that's 5. Shalash Ma'ayam. Just like that. If I want to, so instead of, we say 350, but Hebrew is backwards. So if you want to say 350, you write the 50 first, Kamash Yam, then you say Shalash Ma'ayam. Sound like a lot of words, right? But that's the way I know how to do it. Kamash Yam, that's 50. 50 plus the 300. Shalash Ma'ayam. That's how it's done. And so on and so forth. Let's get up to 1,000 here, because the rest of them are going to be the same thing. 400 is going to be the same thing. It's going to be Arabah Ma'ayam. 5, Kamash Ma'ayam. 5, I said Kamash, okay, I'm sorry. 6, Shasha Ma'ayam. 7, Shabai Ma'ayam. 800, Shamawana Ma'ayam. When they hear that Ma'a, they know it's some sort of 100. So it's 800 in this case, because it's Shamawana. It's 800s is what you're really saying. 8 plus 100. I mean, 8 and 8. When you say Ma'ayam, it's already plural, so that they know that that's 800s. Because that is 100, just like that. See, you write the shy. That's 9. Ma'ayam, that's 900, of course. All right, and we're going to get to 1,000. That's the whole. Before we end the class, we'll end the class on this note here. Before we end the class, we'll go to 1,000. Of course, I'll have to give that to you for translation purposes. 1,000. 1,000 will be called Alap. See, do we got room here? Let's see. Let's kind of write it See, I guess, can we see over here? Yeah, we can see right here. Let's see right here, right there. La. That would be 1,000. Well, we'll use a better pen here than that. La. Make sure you guys put it down in your notes because it's easy to forget if you don't write them down yourself. There. There we go. A lot. That's 1,000. Now we've counted up to 1,000, believe it or not. And that's where you get this right here. A lot. That is 1,000. So when we say 2020, the year 2020, we're saying Asharam, that's 20. Asharam. But 20 what? 20,000. Asharam, a lot. Or yeah, 1,000, right. A lot. And then you're saying, let's say 20 again. Asharayam. That's 2020. 2020. Asharam alap yum. Asharam alap asharayam. That's 20, 1,000, and then you got asharam. So a lot. Now if you want to go 2,000, that's something different. We'll start on that another time, but you basically say Shanya alap yum. Okay? All right, let's see. I think, do we need to count up further? Yeah, Shanya alapyam, exactly. Shanya alapyam, if you want to say that. So we come over here and we're gonna do this. We're gonna say Asharam alapyam asharayam. That's 20. It'll be like 20,000. So a lot by itself is 8,000. 2,000 by itself would be, let's say, Shanya. Right there. But just remember, Asharayam is 20. That's 20. Plus 1,000, a lot. And then Asharayam, 20 more. Okay? Guys, if you had a nice class, if you have understanding what we're doing, type a 1 in the chat. We'll do this again next week. We're going to get into, I didn't get into any vocabulary. I had some vocabulary here, but I'll save it for next week because this took the whole class. So we counted up to 1,000. You can now count to 1,000. You count to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000, 6, 7, 8, all. You can count all the way up. It's easy to do. Very good. Okay. So anyway, got to put a yum here because we're counting 20,000 more than that. Asharayam, alapyam, sharayam, sharayam. Asharim, Jesus. Got these things jumbled up together. Can't hardly see it myself. Asharam. There we go. Asharayam for the year. That's Shana. Alapyam, Asharayam. That's 20,020. because of the way this is written. Instead of saying Asheram 20,000. But that's just the way it's written, so we have to go by this because I didn't make this number up right there. Okay? So it seems like everyone understood in class. We understood it. Next week we're going to get back, and make sure you write in your notes. Next week we're going to get back into some vocabulary. We'll go over some vocabulary. The last 2 weeks, we went over sentence structure, possessive adjectives. We went over, what did we go over? So possessive adjectives. We went over sentence structure. We went over prepositions. We may go over what we call interrogative words next week. Those are what, when, where, why, was, who, with, love. I'm sorry, not love. What, all the W's, interrogative words, pretty much. And then we'll go over a few other words with that. So you'll be able to say, like, what is your name? You say, Maha Shamka. Sham is your name, but if you want to make it your name, so you got to make a possessive adjective of it. So you say Shamka. Ka is your in Hebrew. So you say Maha Shamka. What is your name? And that can be masculine plural. We want to ask it we want to have what is your nation? We say Maha Gawaya. Okay? And then it was make you say where are you from? Says Mayanka. Where are you from? Ma Gawaya Mayanka. We'll get into that next week. We're going to get heavy into this week because it's a little bit detailed. Right now we have pretty much the class. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed class. We had a few claps. We had a few understandings. We had new students. Brother Ilix from Toronto. Ursula Little John, we know we've seen you. Has Sister Honey Real Raw. Shalash Ma'ayim. Very good, sister. She has it. She comes up. She had it, and that's good. And that's exactly right. Shalash Ma'ayim. She's got it exactly right. Give her a hand. That's exactly right. Exactly right. She has it also. So, sister, keep coming to class. We'll get you a real Hebrew name. Where you from, sister? Write down where you from. You know, what part of the country you're from. Where were you born? Things like that. That'll help us understand a little bit better about you. You can write that down, but just keep coming to class. We need to know. These things help us to be best to fit our people. So write that down in class. We're going to do announcements here in a little bit, but I'm hoping everybody understands. Like we have counted from 1 all the way up to, I don't know, 20,000 for that matter. But we counted the year 2020. So all we have to do is know 1,000. So we went to 1, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100. Ma'a. Then you want to say plural. Shanya Ma'ayim, of course, 300. Shalash Ma'ayim, just like Sister Honey Real Raw did. So that's the understanding of how you do Hebrew number system. We've done it before. It won't be the last time. We'll keep doing it. So make sure you stay in class. All of the new brothers, like I said, and new sisters, I want you to, write down, give me some information about yourself so we can understand who you are. Okay? You can type it in the chat if you feel. If you don't, you can call the number down here. One of our officers will get hold to it. And I'll write you down on my notes as new member in class. But that's good. So, with that being said, we'll do some security announcements here. We finished up a little early in class, but before we do that, we hope you guys understand that the number system is really not that hard once you begin. And I'll reiterate it again. From 1 through 10 is just basic understanding of how to write it down. Then after you get to 11, you have to start plussing things. Plus 10. Something plus 10. Something plus 10. 4 plus 10. 5 plus 10. 6 plus 10. 7 plus 10. 8 plus 10. 19. When you get to 20, now you say, I'm tired of doing it. So just say Asharayam. Yam is plural. So when you say Asharayah right here for 10, they automatically know it's 2 times. You do it twice. That's really all it really means. It's 2 sets of 10. That's really all it is. That 2 sets of 10 is what? 20. 3 sets of 10 is what? Shalash yum. Yum. Okay? 4 sets of 10. Then when you get down to 100, it's by itself. Ma'ah. Ma'ah. And of course you want to say, Then you can take this ma'ah and make it plural again, but then you're going to need, well, what number is that? Shanya. You want to say Shanya 200 times. So it's 2 times 100 is 200. Shanya ma'ah. And so on and so forth. 300, then we count up to 1,000. And the last one we did was Allah. And it starts over doing the same mundane thing all over again. And that's pretty much how you do the number system. You guys have any problem just next week or even this week, just type it in the chat and we'll do it all over again. We thank you, Brother Illick, Sister Adrian, Brother Extra Little John, Sister Honey, Real Raw, Officer Shar for taking time, and all the other people to join in, Trooper Ashan, and Sister Michelle Gamble. All the people that were in class, we appreciate that. Okay? Security announcements. This is if you want to be a trooper or a sister in the school, get your name. This is what we're here for. So security announcements. We are the ISUBK. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the new brother and sister, when a new brother or sister comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. Okay? 6 months. What's that? LASHAWAN QADASH. 6 months. Okay? They're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. So you make sure you call our number at ISUBK in the school, South Carolina. Look us up online and ask for the South Carolina camp. We'll make sure you get your ride here, sister or brother. After 6 months, if a brother or sister have an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After a 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from head to marry. See, we have organized body here, just like the Bible speaks of. We don't just do things chaotic here. Okay? The tithes, which is commandment. The numbers, you'll find in the book of Numbers, 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 and 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew system. Ma'asharah, 10. And Ma is the 10th. That's simply how it's translated. Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny or increase the Most High gives you. Give it to the Treasury Department or teacher. The priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like upcoming holy convocations. That would be, of course, we still have the Passover is still around, and of course we had to postpone it here. But anyway, it normally would be the 14th day of the first month. It was Thursday, April 2020, but now it's been postponed. Of course, we'll keep up with your camp leaders in school. Call the number ishbk.com to find out. Exodus 12, 1 and 51, Leviticus 23, 4 and 5, 1 Corinthians 5, 7 and 8, 2 Corinthians 30 and 17 talks about the Passover. And then, of course, we have the feast? I think it's the September. Day of Atonement, Saturday, September 6th, 15th. Feast of Dedication. It's actually 11th bread. We have done one of these right here, 15th day, 7th month, 7 days. April, May, first day, 7th month. Okay, the blowing of trumpets would be the 7th month. Anyway, yeah, 7th month, the day of the 7th month, Saturday, September 7th. So we have some coming up in September. We have some other days, the Feast of Memorial, blowing trumpets, the Feast of First Fruits, but they're coming up. Remind all Akim, that's brothers, and Akwath, that's sisters, to check the bulletin board out in the hallway out there, okay? In the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, and headband and scarf. Pretty much what I have on is black, how you would look as a trooper. I'm an officer of 50 Kazakh Park. Of course, I can wear the colors, but all the brothers and all the troopers will have to wear pretty much just like I'm dressed right now. Black, got the fringes down here, can't see them, but that's what it is. Wear a black shirt, black headband. For the sisters, you just wear, just put on a headscarf, make sure your head is covered. And that's what we do here in ICBK. I've read the announcements. Join us next week. We'll be into more studies of the. I think we're done with the LASHAWAN QADASH for right now. We'll go over next time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now. But unless you guys have any questions that you want, we'll bring them up. But next week we do vocabulary. We'll concentrate a lot on vocabulary and sentence structure. Okay. With that, I say,